Today, I am going to take you on a journey into one of India's most notorious scams, the Telgi stamp paper scam of 2003. First things first, let's talk about Abdul and his background history. Born in the small town of Kanpur in Karnataka, India, Abdul Karim Telgi was born in 1961. Growing up in poor living conditions, Telgi's early life seemed ordinary. Little did anyone know that this unassuming individual would later mastermind one of the most audacious scams in Indian history. Kanpur, surrounded by the landscapes of Karnataka, became the unlikely origin of a scheme that would spread across multiple states and leave an indelible mark on the nation. Now that you know the background history of Abdul Karim Telgi, let's talk about what is a stamp paper and why is it worth so much. Stamp papers might seem like humble pieces of paper, but their significance in legal and financial transactions is enormous. These papers act as tangible proof that a transaction has occurred, serving as a legal currency in various agreements, contracts, and transactions. So, why are they so crucial? When parties engage in transactions, agreements, or even certain types of contracts, they often use a stamp paper to make the document legally valid. It serves as evidence that both parties involved have agreed to the terms mentioned, providing a level of authenticity and legal standing. Think of a stamp paper as a sort of legal tender, but not for purchasing goods. Instead, it's for making agreements official. When a stamp paper is used in a document, it acts as proof that the parties involved have paid the required stamp duty, a form of tax collected by the government on certain legal documents. How is stamp papers made? Making a stamp paper involves intricate processes. The paper is usually printed with a distinctive design, often including government emblems or symbols to prevent robbery. Why is stamp papers worth so much? While stamp papers might resemble currency, they are not meant for day-to-day transactions. They don't function like regular money. Instead, their purpose is tied to legal agreements. The stamp duty paid on these papers contributes to government revenue. Now that you have basic understanding of how stamp papers work, let's talk about how Abdul Karim Telgi made a fortune from these. Let's peel back the layers of this scam. At the heart of the scam was Telgi's forging operation. He didn't just create fake stamp papers. He stole genuine ones from moving trains at night, using them as templates. The level of detail was staggering, making it hard to distinguish between real and fake. Telgi's web stretched far and wide, involving not just skilled forgers, but also individuals strategically placed in government offices. Reports indicate that his network operated in multiple states, spreading through various sectors, from real estate to financial transactions. The turning point came when Telgi, driven by a desire to flaunt his wealth, spent an insane amount in a single night at a bar around Rs 90 lakh. This reckless move blew his cover, exposing the magnitude of his activities. As authorities closed in, Telgi found himself in and out of police stations, court hearings, and jail. Under pressure, Telgi underwent a narco test, revealing certain names involved in the scam. The complexity grew as he proposed writing his biography to disclose more names. A central agency took over, adding to the pressure on his family. In a surprising turn, Telgi decided to take the entire blame for the stamp paper counterfeiting during court proceedings, sentenced to 13 years and fined Rs 10 billion.